Thank you. The unfortunate reality that we as South Africans are faced with is that our children's future, especially school-going children's future, are determined by influences beyond their control. In our purpose statement at Nedbank, we commit to use our financial expertise to do good for individuals, families, businesses, and society. And if I get my way, we would like to change that, to expand it to say to especially our children. The Minister of Education at one stage stated that 80% of South African schools are dysfunctional. One of the reasons I was attracted to a program like Partnership for Possibility is that it actively seeks to address that. You will notice throughout our presentation a little bit of a playful theme, and the reason for that is to remind us why we're here and why we are here to celebrate. My partner, Farouk Hassen, is the principal at Harmony Primary, as the previous speakers introduced. The cat is out of the bag. I was going to say you will not say it by just looking at him, but Farouk has neared retirement age. He's achieved phenomenal success at his school through the work of his senior management team, his SGB. It is just amazing how they cooperate together. One of the most memorable experiences in my life was observing how they embrace diversity and actively work to seek solutions. He's blessed to have a very supportive staff base, as you can see in the photo, all smiles around. But one of the things that he wanted to achieve by joining this program was to ensure that he leaves a lasting adverts. That he leaves a lasting legacy at Harmony. During my first visit at the school, I observed something that has stuck with me forever. There wasn't one piece of litter laying around. And I didn't make any comment about it, but then I started to observe that from the children to the teachers to Farouk himself, if he walks past a paper, I'm very disappointed that you walked past that one, sir, that they would pick it up. And that's just this culture. That's just the spirit at the school. Everyone works together. Today we'll take you through our journey, through all our ups and downs, our successes as well as disappointments, leading us to today. Since my partner wants to take an early, I'm sure you all agree, retirement, our primary partnership goal was to create a, not lasting dignity, a lasting legacy plan. We wanted to ensure that the school wall that they wanted to erect at Harmony becomes useful. And Farouk will tell you a little bit more about the construction and the erection of the wall. But one of the reasons why we wanted to achieve success in our partnership was to make sure that we market it, that we have communication around it, that Farouk has a way to communicate effectively with his parent base as well as the broader community. Over to you, Farouk.
Lasting dignity. It's a grave moment. Let me greet you in a real South African manner. Ita wizard ne sweet me bra. That's the South African way. Sandile and Mike, thank you for those beautiful words. I really feel honored to have been introduced in that particular manner. It's really, really nice. You know, in a teaching situation, we find sometimes we are not recognized for what we do, but it's important that when our colleagues work with us, we acknowledge one another. And I'm fortunate in that I've always opened myself open to various avenues for the benefit of our institution. When I heard about PFP and I said, here's another opportunity to introduce our school to another place where they will be able to see what can come for the benefit of the institution. And I must say PFP has been something different and something new. By working with Rensia, I can find out from the corporate world how things are being done. And I must say it's totally different from the school situation, but it also helps us to see things from a different perspective. I want to, as Rensia and others have said, that this could be my last year. Remember, I'm 60 years old, almost 61, but still the sexiest principal around. And my six-pack can prove that. I was inspired by certain words uttered by Undukiwe Kalu, and he states, "The things that you do for yourself are gone when you are gone, but the things that you do for others remain as your legacy." And when working with the governing body, I said, let me rather introduce her, Rensia, to the governing body as well, so that we will be able to become more aware of how our school can function in a corporate way. And this means making sure that everything is above board, the finances are also in mint order, and with Rensia coming in from a business sector, it's important that every aspect of finances are seen to in a proper manner. So I'm proud also to say that whenever our books are going to be sent in to the auditors, we will be able to come out from there and say, yes, everything has been done correctly. The capital project with regard to the hall was a litmus test for all of us, one for the governing body and for myself and for Rensia as well. It was litmus test in the sense that we must be able to ensure that we do not get caught up in what's happening in our country. For example, with regard to the Nkandla aspects and the state-owned enterprises and so forth. The capital project proved to all of us that if you function in a transparent manner, where there's accountability, where you function in a principled and ethical manner, nothing can go wrong. And if anything does go wrong, you must find a solution for it. Rensia and I worked closely in ensuring that all our aspects are done in a manner where we can be proud to say, yes, Harmony Primary School has achieved the capital project without any question. I also learned something from Rensia with regard to HR matters. And when there was a certain person who gave us some challenges, instead of just rushing into this, I realized that Peter Block, in his book, stated, the way of dealing with resistance is not by fighting it head on, but it has a Zen quality to it. The basic strategy is to help the resistance blow itself out like a storm and not to fight it head on. And this made me realize that you've got to be patient when you're dealing with various aspects of conflict. With regard to the Facebook page, I must say Rensia did an excellent job working with my staff members. And here it wasn't a situation of the principal working only with Rensia, but she broadened her scope with regard to my teachers, and let Rensia will tell you more about that.
Thanks, Farouk. I just want to, watching the time, I've skipped through quite a few slides. I just want to say thank you very much for Rafia and Bashira. I know one of you are in the audience today, for all of the assistance. They've absolutely ran with the page. Our grade R graduation was marketed on the Facebook page. It was phenomenal. The turnout, the wall was full. The parents there supporting their kids. It was just an amazing experience. So thank you very much, ladies. You've done an awesome job. I'm not the type of person who asks for favors. I absolutely loathe it. But through this program, I've really learned humility and learned that I can't do everything myself. One of the key challenges was to get legal assistance to help draft indemnity form for the wall. And thank you for that opportunity to help stretch me.
With regard to collaboration, we managed to work with the various media outhouses in Lenasia, and they will ensure that we will get broad coverage of all our activities. We're already networking with a number of organizations, and just in the past few weeks alone, we've had a number of people who are interested in using the hall. But we also will be giving out a hall to a certain orphanage to use every Friday afternoons or evenings for the speech and drama. I think this is one way of us giving back to the community.
I'm going to skip to the last one before I hear the foot stomping. Farouk and I both agree that last year was just the beginning of the journey. There's so much that we still want to do in his last year, making sure that everything that he's built and everything that he's achieved through his senior management team remains and continues to grow. So thank you very much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want me to introduce him now, or do you want to take the photos first?
Introduce him and then when he's coming up.
Okay. So our next speaker is flying solo. Ramashite hosted our very first community of practice. For his sins, he was asked to caretake another school in addition to being the principal at Batabile Primary School. He's learned to incorporate a lot of the teachings. He shared with us how he incorporated the time to think as well as the community building circles in order to get collaboration, the tongue doesn't want to work anymore, collaboration at the school that he was caretaking for. So thank you very much. Welcome, Ramashite.